Before I get started today, first thing I wanted to do was pick up all the scraps so I'm not walking and tripping when I'm trying to carry the logs, the boards from the truck to the sawhorses and then to the building itself. So I stacked everything over here and try to keep it safe as always. Today I'm going to start decking the roof up there and doing some of the sides. Get as far as I can. Got a beautiful day, so I'm going to get at it. Well, I thought I'd, instead of cutting the plywood where it would slide up between the rafters, I decided I was just going to cut pieces to go in there. But as usual, my shortcuts turn into being more work than had I just cut the plywood to fit. So now I have to cut those 2x6s to fit through there, but then I have to cut the tops on that angle, which I wasn't thinking about. I don't do this every day, so I have figured out what to do with it, and it'll be okay. And I didn't want to do soffits on this particular shed. I didn't want to go through all that problem. I've done soffits on everything else, but I wasn't going to do it on this. So at this time, I'm filling in these spaces between the rafters. We had a lot of rain. The wood got really wet. Makes it kind of hard to saw, but it's manageable. I just put the fascia board on the back. I have it coming out about 6 inches, 5 1/4 to be exact. And I'll go this way with the bar drafter and the other fascia board. I don't want much of an overhang, so I didn't put a whole lot. And I'm just going to put a butt joint on this end where the one on this side comes over and overlaps instead of doing the 45. It's just a shed. On these fascia boards, I didn't have to use treated wood, but I did. The lumberyard I used didn't have 1x6s or 1x4s and anything but treated. So about a 20-mile further drive to get something different. So I went ahead and got treated. But I did use galvanized nails. I do use galvanized nails on any of the exterior surfaces. One of the things that's difficult to do is to take this bar drafter, I guess you'd call it, and nail it to this end of the 1x6. From there to the other 1x6 sticking out. So if you're working alone, you have to figure out ways to hold it. The best way I found is I've wedged the 2x4 right there. So I set that end up and held in place, or close to being in place, and then I'll nail the other end, and I'll come back and nail this end. Okay, once you get the 2x4 put up, then you put the other fascia board. Like I said, I did a butt joint up here just for quickness and ease instead of trying to do the 45. I've done the 45 on everything else I've built around here, but it's just not necessary here. So you can see the fascia board comes from this side. It's attached to the 2x4. You want to stagger your nails. If this was a house, I would put little short pieces in between the barge rafter and the last rafter of the building, but it's not necessary on the shed.